Hi children and viewers. In this video we are going to learn about one important topic, that is center of gravity. What is mean by center of gravity of your body, and how we can find out the center of gravity of an irregular shaped body. Let's go for it. Okay children, in our daily life I think so many of people can done this. So here this is one scale, ordinary scale, what we are using in our daily life. That should be having length of 30 centimeters. And now children, I am going to balance like this. So now the scale is balanced. Clear? At particular one point only, that particular point should be placed on my finger, then the scale becomes very stable. So if we can keep aside, it is not going to be balanced. And you can keep somewhere also, not balanced. At particular one point only, that is going to be balanced. That particular point, what it is called, center of gravity or balancing point. So in your daily life also, so many of you can turn a pad on your finger like this, and you can rotate the notebook also on tip of the finger. That should be balanced, the center of gravity point. Okay children, first thing is, what is mean by center of gravity? So already I told you in this starting of chapter, I told you what's that. Every body which is having certain mass, that should be attracts the other. That is what we call gravitational force. When the body is in air, that should be attracted by the earth because of its gravitational force we discussed. So children, here in this case, what I told you now, here this is the scale. So here at the midpoint, if you can keep your finger, that should be here stable. So here in upward direction, balanced force by the finger in upward direction. At the same point where you are keeping the finger, from that point the weight of the entire body is going to act at that point. That point is called center of gravity. Clear children? So we know that center of gravity means the weight of the entire body can be concentrated at one point, that should be acts from that point only. That is called center of gravity. What is mean by center of gravity? If anybody can ask you, then you have to say that the weight of the body should be acts from one point from the body. That should be what we call center of gravity. That is here. In this case, this is the center of gravity. And children, here you have to observe, we are taken, this is the one body. Clear? And that body is having, just imagine, that should be having different parts. Clear? So when it is in air or when it is on the earth, on any surface, every part is attracted by the earth. Every part. That means, what is mean by weight of the body? With what amount of force any object is attracted by the earth, that is commonly known as weight. With what amount of force any body is attracted by the earth, that should be called weight of the body. Children, if a body it is having so many parts, the body is attracted towards earth means then every part also attracted by the earth. That's why every part is having individually some weight. Having some individual weight should be there. That's why children, you have to observe very carefully here now. Got my point? Here one box it is there. In that, for example, your kidney bank it is there. In that we have so many coins are there. There is some force, weight is acting on, or gravitational force acting on that kiddie bank. Then the coins, what it is inside the box, they are also attracted by the earth. Clear? Like that, children, here when every body is having some size like this, different parts of the body should be attracted by the earth. That's why every part has its own weight. Weight is nothing but with what amount of force, any body can be attracted by the earth. That should be called here weight. So that's why every part is going to be attracted by the earth. That's why here every part has their own weights. But if you can add them, W is equals to W1 plus W2 plus and so on, Wn. N means number of parts. So children, if we can add them, again what we get here, all are vectors. Now weight is a vector. Because when all are in same direction, according to the law of addition of vectors, we can add them. W is equals to W1 plus W2 plus and so on, W4 and so on, Wn. Okay. Then what you have to say? This is the one resultant vector. So that's why here that should be acts from one point. Now that point is called here center of gravity. Individually they have different weights, but by algebraic sum of the weights, that should be gives one resultant vector. That resultant vector should be acts from a one point. That point is what we call center of gravity. Center of gravity means that the weight of the entire body should be acts from a point. That should be called center of gravity. Clear, children? So in this case also, children, here for scale also, so many vectors of weight are there. Every part of the scale should be attracted towards the earth, but the total weight should be acts from one point only. Clear? Every part should be attracted by the earth, but the entire weight should be located at this point, and that should be shown by the one resultant vector. For example, this is the W1, W2 and so on, like that, Wn. Then we can consider like this: W is equals to W1 plus W2 plus and so on, Wn. That is the one resultant vector that should be from one point. That point is called center of gravity. Children. In your textbook, so many activities given for center of gravity. Later we discuss. Okay, children. And children, here center of gravity can explain the stability of the body. What's that? Stability of the body. Clear, children? Now here we have one important question is there for 4 marks question, children. That is how we can find out the irregular shape. For example, here we are taking a shaped body. For that we have different. For example, we are taking it is a rod. Then at the middle point we have center of gravity. And if you can take a triangular body, then here at this point we have center of gravity. Clear? If you can take a circular body of uniform mass, then at this point we have center of gravity. So for regular shape bodies we particularly know about the center of gravity. Clear? So for this at this point, for triangular shape body at this point, for circular body here like this. But how we can find out the center of gravity for irregular shaped body? Children, very easy experiment. So if any chance is there, I will provide the link also here, children. Don't bother about that. I will give you the one more link video by doing that activity. Children, here this is the one rod or retard stand. Clear, children? For that, here there is one rod, small rod, vertical rod should be there. Clear? So that is the first we are taken one retard stand should be like that. And next, children, we have to take the one plane lamina. That means the body what we have taken, that should be called a here plain lamina. Clear, children? For that we have to make some holes at different points. Clear? For example, we are taking some cardboard like that, should be in shape, different shape, irregular shape. The shape we are not going to define, that's why it is called irregular shaped body. We are taking one irregular shaped body we are taken. For that we have to make the holes at different points. Clear? And I am giving the name, should be like this. This is A. The number of holes are our choice, A, B, C, D, E. If size is more, we will take more hole. We have to make some holes, more holes. Clear? And after that, so I already told you what's that. We are having here it is rod. For that small hook it is there, some screw it is there. For that we are taking some plumb here, plain lamina it is there, and that should be going to be suspend. That is going to be suspend from that point. So here we are keeping the rod at the location of A. At the location of A. Clear, children? So what is our experiment? We have to find out the irregular shape of a center of gravity of a irregular shaped body. For that we have to take one irregular shaped body, or that should be known as here plain lamina. After that we have to make the number of holes at the edges of the plain lamina, and after that we have to go take one stand. For that already one screw it is there. First we have to keep the, for example here this is the screw, this is the screw now here, and for example if there is any hole we have to fix like this. Hole it is there. For that we have to suspend like this. Now that should be suspended like that. Clear? So we have to suspend the plain lamina for the first hole A. After that you have to take one plumb line. By suspending the plumb line here, some balancing. Plumb line is nothing but thread is there. For that here we are having some small metallic rod is there. So generally you can find the plumb line watching a center of gravity, while in case of here while during the construction of the houses. So generally what you say, masonry, they will use some rod it is there like conical shape. For that here some thread will be there, okay. So that should be known here, that should be called here plumb line here. So we are going to, this is the plumb line, that means we are suspending the one arrangement should be like this. From that hook we have to suspend the thread, and that should be here having some weight, metallic weight should be like this. So after that there should be coming to the rest, we have to make some here one point where the point is becoming to the rest, then we have to keep one point. So after that you have to remove from that stand. Already what I am telling, this is the, we are taken, we kept it here at A. Already by using the plumb line we make one point here. After that we have to join them by using one scale. Clear? And after that now we have to remove that. Already first we are taken A. Now we have to suspend the plain lamina from the hole of B. Clear? Now we have to keep the hole at this point. Now again we have to make the another plumb line, and we have to make some point. So after that remove the sand, and we have already this hole, and at this point, for example, if you made some point here, again we have to join them. So we have to repeat the same procedure at different points. For example, it is C now. Again that should be suspended, plain lamina is suspended from the rod by using the hole C, and after that again we have to draw one plumb line, and we have to make one point here. Now C it is there, again we have to make one point, then this is the point here, or this is the point here, then we have to combine like this. So we are repeating this so many repeated procedure, and we have to do the same procedure from different holes. then all the plumb lines are going to be intersect one point. That point is called here center of gravity. Center of gravity. Very simple. So the intersection of all the plumb lines gives the one particular one point. That point what we call center of gravity. In our textbook the question should be like this: how we can find out the center of gravity of India map which is made by some steel or some iron? Then how we can find out it? So here I was taking here one body, instead of that what you have to take Indian map. Clear children? So children, what it is center of gravity? Center of gravity is nothing but for a body at which point its entire weight should be located and it should be acts. That should be called center of gravity. Center of gravity of the body always explains the stability of the body. Clear? And children, here what is the procedure for to find out the center of gravity of irregular shaped body? First thing, we have to take the one irregular shaped body that should be commonly called as here plane lamina. For that we have to make number of holes at the edges. So if size is less, you have to make 2 holes or 3 holes. If size is big, we have to make the number of holes. And next thing what it is that here, after that we have to suspend the plane lamina from the retard stand by using one screw. So first we have to suspend the plane lamina from the hole of A, and after that by balancing that we have to draw the one plumb line. And after that now we have to suspend the plane lamina from another hole, and again we have to draw one more plumb line. So by changing the number of holes at every time we have to draw the one plumb line. So finally all the plumb lines are intersect at one point. That point is called center of gravity. So children, this is the definition of center of gravity and how we can find out the center of gravity of irregular shaped body. So I hope you understand. We will meet in the next video with some other interesting topic. Bye, take care.